All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. How are you? How you doing? Listen, thanks for liking, subscribing, and sharing, and coming all back and all that other stuff. Check it out wherever you're getting your podcast from. Share it. I'm back on YouTube. You're on YouTube. If you're watching now, you're like, Mick, what is up with the hair? You look like Jimmy Neutron got rejected from the Backstreet Boys. Yeah, it looks weird. It's a weird thing going on with me here today. I did it in a hurry. As my battery is about to die, I realise on my camera. So I'm going to try to get through this episode as quick as I possibly can. Because I got 2 shows in the city tonight, so I got to get out of here. Let my hair grow long again, right? I always do this to myself. Want to get my hair grow long, I cut it short. Let it go long again, I cut it short. Always in between. But we'll see what happens. Come see me live November 8th, November 8th, November 9th in Mohegan Sun, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. 2 shows, possibly a third. Tickets are on sale now. Tickets are selling. Go see me. I can't wait to get back on Pennsylvania. If you're looking at this on the podcast on YouTube, give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. Like it, don't like it. Let me know what you thought. What are your thoughts about any of the things I say on this episode? Are you going to fact check it? Come back. Let me know. I love to be proven wrong, unlike a woman. Anyway, here we go. Let's get into it. I have a lot to cover, and the battery is going to die. So let's go. It's great. First thing I want to talk about was the Joker, the new Joker movie. Now, haven't seen it, right? Haven't seen it. I hear it's nothing but dog shit. Nothing but dog shit. Haven't I been saying this for years? Haven't I been saying this for episodes after episode after episode? Hollywood has stopped trying. Completely, between shows, movies, there is nothing good on anymore. Hence why we should not follow these celebrities or take anything they say at face value. We had the Joker. The first one was fantastic. How many years ago was that, right? Was it 4 years ago now? Maybe longer, I don't know. Great movie. Perfect movie. And they said that is just the most amazing movie ever. Perfect, dark, great story, great acting, great characters. I know what we should do for the sequel. We should fuck all that up. That's all I'm seeing. I'm seeing videos of people walking out of the movie theater. That's how bad it is. I walked out of a movie theater once in my life. Just once. That was during Freddy vs. Jason. I was with a girl. I was only a young pup, right? She promised me a hand job. So I got up and I left. Of course you're going to leave, right? Of course you're going to leave. You don't care if the cure for cancer comes up on that screen. It's a handy. It's a handy in the parking lot. Of course you're going to leave. So people are walking out of this movie. I haven't seen it. Now, going off my point, might go see it this week just to laugh, but I don't like music. I don't like Lady Gaga. I don't like her. I just don't. Not a fan. Not a fan. Never have been. Don't think I ever will. But I said this, didn't I, about Star Wars? Now, here we go. Star Wars is going through it again. Star Wars is having another go. Star Wars are like, hang on a second, you were upset about all the other shit shows we've done? Are you upset that we have shit all over? First of all, I like Star Wars. I ain't a Star Wars nerd. I own no paraphernalia to do with Star Wars. I don't debate people. Marvel, DC, of course I will. I'll nerd out. Star Wars, whatever. Lord of the Rings in space. Let's be honest, that's all it is. Like Star Wars, I like them. Never got involved in the shows. I tried to watch some of them, but Disney then got in trouble. Of course, Disney bought over Star Wars, and as usual, they throw in their usual woke bullshit, trying to force I don't know what the purpose is of trying to just piss off Star Wars fans. I pissed them off one time with some joke I put on. It's on TikTok somewhere, a few million views. Got abused. Luckily, I have a hollow chest. Hollow is where the heart is supposed to beat upon my chest. Gone. Luckily, I'm okay with that. The Star Wars people came after me for a joke I made about Star Wars people. But, I don't care. But Bob Iger came out recently, right? I took notes. Bob Iger came out and he goes, we're no longer getting involved in I can't even read my own handwriting. Isn't that terrible? We're not getting involved in basically the culture wars anymore. We're not getting involved in, we shouldn't be telling people what to do. We shouldn't be shoehorning events in. When all you got to do is in any show, teach love. That's it. Teach love, respect, kindness to all. Stop trying to force this shit on us. We've said this before. I've said it a bunch of times. But let's get into it. So what's Star Wars doing now? They got a new show coming out. In this new show, one of the main characters is a trans woman named Sister. Here we go. In a galaxy far, far away, they're also dealing with the same stuff in our realm. So, example, one of the problems with this side stories is with Sister is he transitioned to be a girl. And not only that, by the way, you know the typical white stormtrooper suit, right? You come marching up with the suit, and like, you know, we have these are not the droids you're looking for, right? Those guys. Now this person has the full white outfit, but it's got the trans colors in it, right? Even in a galaxy far, far away, same colors. Isn't that weird how that works? But so now that person is, and their struggle is about, I hope people like Obi-Wan and Anakin Skywalker will accept me. So this is obviously before, you know, Anakin turns to the dark side and all that stuff. So that's what they're going through. That's what this guy is going through in the Star Wars, or woman. Sorry, I'm going to probably, I don't get cancelled on YouTube, the woke station, for misgendering a stormtrooper. Now, listen, Star Wars nerds, in the comments, weren't all stormtroopers clones? Right? It's not like a bunch of people applied for a job. Right? It's not like a bunch of farmers on Endor are just going like, you know what, man, Endor's where the Wookiees live, or the fucking, you know, someone's going to do that. Don't do that. I don't want to hear from you. Actually, Endor is where the Ewoks come from, so no, shut up, shut up, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up with that shit. I want to answer the question for me. A clone, right? Isn't that what a stormtrooper is? They're just a clone from Jango Fett, who's Boba Fett's father. Boba Fett, the most overrated Star Wars fucking person ever. Right? Isn't that true? So why is he going through a crisis now? He wants to be a woman. Is that, I thought they're all clones. They're all, mindset is all the same. Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. So now all of a sudden, and what are you going to do on the Death Star, by the way? On the Death Star, if you watch the original Star Wars, there's no women on the Death Star. Now, that's not, I don't work for HR. I don't work for the hiring department. Right? Someone is probably, at the cafeteria. It's got to be a cafeteria, right? There's a great joke by Eddie Izzard. Look it up. It's one of the funniest stand-up jokes you'll ever see about the Death Star having a cafeteria. Canteen, if you're listening in Ireland or the UK or Australia or anywhere else that doesn't have the fucking you stupid metric system. I'm sure there was some women on the... You don't see them in the movies, though, right? I'm sure there was some woman in the cafeteria, lunch lady, just pouring the slop onto their plate, sliding along, cleaning the toilets maybe somewhere, maybe like as an immigrant, right? An immigrant lady who was cleaning the toilets at the Death Star. You never see them. So now what? They have to go ahead and build a new bathroom for this fella because he just wants to identify as a woman. Does he go to HR? Is that one episode? He goes to HR and complains, there's no place for me to go to the bathroom. I identify as a woman. I want to go piss sitting down. Where's my bathroom? So now Vader's just like, we have to put in a new bathroom for this lady. Right? You know what I mean? Is there a parade now every June on the Death Star? Do all the stormtroopers have to go, oh, fuck me, we got to do a fucking parade for this guy? I don't know. But this person is worried, apparently in the storyline, what Obi-Wan and Anakin Skywalker is going to think of him. Now, knowing Disney, they're probably going to write, listen, if we all know the story of Anakin Skywalker, he did go to a school. He did go to a school like the original school shooter and just hack up a bunch of children with lightsabers. That's the mentality of an Anakin Skywalker who becomes Darth Vader. You think he's just going to go, hang on a second, listen, yeah, I will murder a bunch of children for sure, but don't call me transphobic. How dare you call me transphobic? I will go lob the heads off these but how dare you call me transphobic? I'm not a monster after all. That is the mentality of the new Disney Star Wars franchise, right? That is what they're up against. And again, another show that is going to flop in the toilet, as always. Star Wars, where all Disney, whatever thing they fucking touch, falls to pieces. So Bob Iger, you're full of shit. Let me just adjust something here on my computer because it's going to mess with me lights if I don't. Anyway. So what else happened this week? Well, Kamala Harris went on Howard Stern. Now, I didn't listen to the full interview, of course. I just saw the other, I did see clips of some of Kamala Harris's interviews. I did see her Uncall Her Daddy, which is basically a fucking podcast. It's a podcast about this young whore. Do what you want with ladies. I'm not, this ain't me shaming, no sex shaming. I'm not doing that. Go fucking fill your boots, sleep with as many people as you want to. But it is a fucking podcast, as in, that's what they do on the pod. She just goes on dates every week, fucks a bunch of guys, and talks about it on her podcast. I mean, Kamala Harris is fucking over millions of people, so she would be perfect, kind of the same numbers, to probably compete with numbers. How many people have you fucked over? Well, I fucked over this many people. I fucked that people. Maybe I didn't listen to the full interview. But my point on that one is, while Kamala Harris is on a fuck podcast, people are literally drowning in the river. I may have said this last week when I was on a cruise, but I don't want to touch it. But anyway, she goes on Howard Stern next. Why wouldn't you go on Howard Stern? And Howard Stern was mad. He was just mad. I saw this part. And he was like, Robert, I think it's just terrible what you're doing. You do what people are doing to the country. It's a horrible Howard Stern impression. That was almost like Bane. That's like, yes, I understand you're going to be a politician. I think you should run for president. I think you would make an amazing president, Kamala Harris. You were born with this skill. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But anyway, so Kamala Harris goes on, Howard Stern was upset. He was even mad at Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live, the most woke bullshit comedy show ever. Mick, you can't say that. You're a comedian. The show is written and run by other comedians. I don't care. The show is fucking terrible. It ain't been funny in years and years. But what if, Mick, one day you blow up and ask you to be on that show? I don't want to be on television. I don't want to be on television. I fucking, especially Saturday Night Live. It's a terrible show. Terrible woke bullshit show. It's awful. It is beyond unfunny. The funny part is when Colin Jost, Michael Che get on, of course. That is always a bit of laugh, right? That is always good for something. I'm sorry I keep moving because this thing is going to keep blacking out on me. That part of the show is actually good, right? That is fun. But other than that, the show is dog shit. So Howard Stern was mad at Saturday Night Live. The Saturday Night Live did a joke. Maya Rudolph comes out. I love Maya Rudolph. My favorite thing of Maya Rudolph is she does the voice in Big Mouth of what's her name? A bubble bath. I'm take a bubble bath. She takes, but anyway, she does a great impression of Kamala Harris. So she made fun of Kamala Harris, and basically how Kamala Harris panders to every group. Listen, it's an honest joke. It's honesty. She does do that. Kamala Harris panders to every group, whatever race it is, whatever fucking, she's from the South. I've talked about this in other episodes. She's whatever you want her to be in that moment. And Maya Rudolph made that joke by doing an impression of her, and Howard Stern did not. He wasn't liking it. He said, it's not funny. This is not, you shouldn't make fun of. This is not a serious matter. This isn't, like, you are literally here to save the world. I mean, last time I saw anything to do with Howard Stern, he had women sit on a Sabian. A Sabian is like a big round device that women sit on. Porn stars would come in and they would just basically, the thing would vibrate so hard that their clits would rub off. They would just rub their clit away. Just the clit would erode like the cliffs of Moher on a stormy day, and it would just like take away their clit, and then they would moan and they would come on it and and they would squirt on Howard and whatever, and all this stuff that promotes feminism. This is the same guy that is now upset that people made fun of Kamala Harris. Same guy. Fascinating, that, isn't it? Really fascinating. So also she went from that, she went to Howard Stern. Right, so that's what I want to talk about. Also what I want to talk about, which I thought was weird. Is there something going on? What's coming up on my screen? Oh, battery, low warning. We might use you on YouTube. We might lose you on YouTube. To continue the rest of the episode, go over to Spotify, Apple, Podbean, whatever. I'm getting the flashing lights through. We'll try to get this. I got 7 more minutes. Hopefully we'll get it done. Also, weird what's going on, right? While Kamala Harris is on Howard Stern, while Kamala Harris is on Call Her Daddy, and I talked about this last week, people are like drowning. I know Florida got hit. I don't think Florida got hit as bad. No disrespect to you, Florida people. It's not a competition. But I don't think the casualties were as big. Prove me wrong. Again, if you are, I'm so sorry. I don't think the casualties were as bad as they were in North Carolina. People cannot get that $750, that whopping $750 promised to us by Kamala Harris. And that's the weird thing about it. There's these set-up stations and the videos have been taken down. You can find them if you look for them. Not on Google. Google won't help you find anything that's going to make the administration look bad. But these helicopters were flying over these help centers and it was blowing away all the supplies, and then they would just fucking fly off. What the fuck is that about? These black helicopters, military-looking helicopters, would fly over, destroy the help centres or whatever, crisis centres, and then fuck off. They would just leave. Now, you can't do that, Mick. You can't say that. That's a conspiracy theory. It sure is. I remember when Trump, again, this is not, I can't wait till this fucking election is over. I'm so sick of politics. So sick of it. I want to go back to talking about sticking things in me arse. But FEMA, remember Trump said FEMA is, he's not, the money he said last week, or the week before, he said FEMA are spending the money on illegal immigrants, and the people are like, oh, that's just a thing. No, just gaslighting the people who think that's true. On the FEMA website, Mick Thomas did his research. Do your research. Contradict me. Fucking fact check me. FEMA have now, it's on the FEMA's website, have set up 65.49 million dollars services for non-citizen migrants. What does that mean? People who are not citizens who have migrated to this country. That's what that means. So they've given 65, let's round up and call it, because it's almost a half, $65.5 million to illegal immigrants. That's what they are. They're illegal. They're non-citizens who have migrated here. They get that. Because they didn't come here through permanent residency like I did originally. You come here through permanent residency, you can get a job, you can start working. So these are non-citizen migrants. So I wouldn't have gotten money when I moved to America. These people are getting money. Now, again, this was 100% what Trump said was right. $65.5 million are allocated to these people while our US citizens have lost everything. FEMA said, we're out of money, can't help you. Here's $750. And by the way, a lot of people don't know this about FEMA. You may not know this about FEMA. It's a loan, by the way. It's not a handout. It's not a handout of $750. It is a loan. Anytime FEMA gives you money, it is a loan. Here's a loan of $750. We're going to use that. And by the way, if you can't pay it back, we're taking your fucking land. That's what FEMA is. Now, FEMA, I'm sure I've helped in the past. I'm not shitting on the purpose set up for. I'm not doing that in any way. But FEMA have taken, they've ran out of money because they've given away 65.5, I'm rounding up, million dollars to illegal immigrants. So your own citizens can go fuck themselves. But if you come in illegally, we got you covered. That is not right, man. I don't care what you say. And it's nothing against these people coming in for a better life. I'm not faulting people. And I've said this before in detail. But that ain't right, mate. You got to fucking help your own first. Right? But what do I know? What do I know? And then my last thing on the episode, which I want to talk about before the thing dies with 2 minutes left, I saw this clip of Biden. Remember Joe Biden? Remember he was running the country? Remember he was the president? Do we even have a president now? I don't even know if we have a president. Joe Biden goes on TV and he goes, Trump, you got to help these people. Hang on a second. Aren't you the fucking president? Aren't you the fucking president? Like, isn't that... That's like me going to a restaurant and they go like, are you hungry? Yeah, well the kitchen's in there. Go make yourself a fucking pasta. I don't know. I don't speak Italian. Joe Biden said, come on, Trump. Stop fucking around and go help these people. I thought that was your job and your buddy's job. What's going on? That's how fucked up we are today. That's why I don't fucking trust politicians. I've said it before. I've said it again. I do not trust politicians in the slightest. They don't give a shit about you. Every politician goes into office, comes out, like Kamala Harris went into office, I think her net worth was $1.4 million. She is leaving the White House, unless she becomes president. She is leaving the White House with $24 million on a $200 and something thousand job a year. I'm not good at math. I'm not good at it. But I fucking know 4 years multiplied by $200 and something thousand ain't fucking $24 million. Call me old fashioned. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like these politicians. That's why I couldn't be bothered. And now the guy running the country is telling the other guy who's trying to run the country, can you fix this shit already? Can you? I don't know if he's like maybe a genius. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's just a genius and he just hates Kamala Harris and this is his way of just telling everybody, Trump's going to fix shit. I'm not getting. This is me not giving endorsements to anybody, but that's where we are this week in the world of fucking politics. But anyway, I digress. I gotta go. Come see me live. All right, November 8th. And I'm around also other places. Comic Strip. I'm there tonight. I'm at the Comedy Cellar, Gotham Comedy Club, Westside Comedy Club, New York Comedy. I'm all around. Come see me. Come see me live. I gotta go. Listen, thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing, and coming on back. I do appreciate it. Put your comments in and all that stuff. Thanks for watching. And as always, wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.